Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we're going to have we talk about here is Bonnie Blue being arrested in Bali, which is Indonesia. And it's a great thing because finally we have to cater to these horrible people. Now, this is the same person to where she allegedly said she was going to sleep with 1,000 men, which is absolutely disgusting in every single way. And I think we could all celebrate her being arrested because there's a part of our society that is completely messed up. I mean, we have 1.4 million, only 1.4 women on OnlyFans, no women on OnlyFans, and that's disturbing in itself. And I think we have to put a stop to the culture we're cultivating here to where women are just whoring themselves out for no legitimate reason. So without further ado, let's get into the story. So we have this here from the New York Post saying porn star Bonnie Blue faces up to 15 years in jail after being detained over bang bus stunt in Bali. So I have this here. Police in Bali have yet to release additional information following the arrest last week of controversial OnlyFans model Bonnie Blue as 15 Mero tourists, including 15 Australians who have since been released on suspicion of breaching Indonesia's strict anti-pornography law. If prosecuted and found guilty under the law, Blue, whose real name is Tia Binglinger, and who gained fame for having fun times with 1,057 men in 12 hours, which is absolutely disgusting, and a documentary about her career, faces up to 15 years imprisonment in Indonesia and faces up to 6 billion rupiah, approximately $541, which are the maximum penalties. A large cache of items, including professional video cameras, mountains of contraceptives, and erectile drugs, a small blue light pickup truck with the words Bonnie Blue's Bang Bus painted across the front and side, in addition to the content creator's own Instagram account, in which she can be seen soliciting school-aged teenagers over the age of 18 for pornographic activities, were seized by police in Bali following a tip from concerned citizens. So I would call this person a predator because she keeps on going after people that are barely teenagers, etc. And she's gone out and done this as well, which we'll be going through. So this is something that's absolutely disgusting. And this is something that I want to put a stamp to immediately. Women, do not do this because one, this is absolutely disgusting behavior. Two, this woman is not attractive at all. You can even see here, if you just look at her, it looks like she's not good looking, right? She's looks like her body's been through the ringer, and I'm convinced, depending on how many people you sleep with, your body starts to age more rapidly, and you start to look more hideous. Which hence this is the reason why. Again, we go with here, going down here, it says, but according to Philo Delano, a managing partner of PNB Immigration, a law firm in Jakarta specializing in helping foreigners deal with Indonesian immigration and legal matters. If found guilty, Blue will probably be deported and banned from ever entering Indonesia again, rather than prosecuted and imprisoned. She is being detained by the police, which means they can proceed to prosecute her, Delano told news.com.au, but in my opinion, if there is an invisible hand that requests that she be deported, she can be transferred to the nearest immigration office from where she will be deported from Indonesia. Now, I'm hoping that she does not get deported, and I am hoping that she spends the first 15 years in jail. Says, this is the type of industry, pornography, there is always someone or organization that controls it to make a profit, so it may not be straightforward for her to be prosecuted in Indonesia. So, perhaps that is the reason she came here in the first place, still theorized, because if something bad happened, as it has, she could be deported easily. But now that it's all over the media, the authorities might decide to first let the situation calm down and release her in January or February next year. And they're going to try to make an example out of her because it's a huge problem. Now, guys, there's a reason why this is going on. Now, if we go and look at this here, you guys can clearly see that in Indonesia, that it is banned to do this, right? So she can't go and do this, right? Because yes, pornography is strictly illegal in Indonesia under its 2008 anti-pornography law. Banning its production, distribution, and even possession with severe penalties, including lengthy prison sentences up to 12 to 15 years, and large fines for creators, distributors, and models, though recent arrests of content creators like Bonnie Blue and Bali highlight enforcement, often involving visa misuse charges alongside morality offenses and leading to deportation and bans. It goes on to say here, That broad or prohibitions, the law bans creating, producing, distributing, selling, importing, and exporting or providing pornographic materials or services. Definition: it covers images, sketches, photos, writing, sounds, moving pictures, animations, and cartoons that depict nudity, sexual acts, or content intended for sexual arousal or gratification. Severe penalties: violators can face significant prison time up to 15 years and substantial fines, billions of rupiah. Focus on actors and facilitators. It also criminalizes becoming a model in pornography or financing such acts. So, enforcement in Bali. Even in Hindu majority Bali, these strict laws are enforced, as seen with recent arrests of adult content creators for violating morality laws and visa misuse, resulting in deportation and re-entry bans. And if we have this here as well, you can find out that Indonesia is a very heavily Muslim area, right? So, that being said, it's not looking too great for her. We already know that Muslims are very high conservative areas, and we also know that Muslims don't really cater too well to the women. So, again, this is something that is not surprising here. Now, we can go on to see more of what's going on with this as well. With, sorry, Bonnie Blue, no bang bus allowed in Bali. This is a sacred land.
Hey guys! Are you happy?
Yeah, so you get the picture here. And again, you have more with this as well, because it says 14 Australians arrested in Bali in raid involving controversial creator. So it wasn't just her that was arrested, all right? It was more than one. It was multiple people for this, and it ain't looking too great here.
Angry and upset over her continued detention there. The 26-year-old was seen there at the police station in Kuta, and Bonnie Blue has been banned from Australia, but she has been busy boasting on social media about her trip to Bali, specifically there for schoolies. She's also been seen travelling in a ute and picking up young men as part of this tour. Police have confirmed they've seized a number of items, including camera equipment and clothing. As for those 14 Australian men that were arrested, they have all been released without charge. Many of those men were...
Yeah, and it's crazy because once you are banned from your actual home country that you are in, that is absolutely wild behavior. The fact that you were banned from your own country, which is Australia, which is more Western, which is more, kind of lenient on this stuff like this. The fact that you were banned from there shows them how disgusting and terrible you are, and they think that you're an actual parasite onto their country, as she is. She's a parasite to this to multiple countries, I would say, and this behavior should not be tolerated whatsoever.
Bonnie Blue's sordid adventure to Bali has taken a dramatic twist. The 26-year-old questioned by officers at a police station in Kuta. She was spotted talking to two people, one believed to be a lawyer. The controversial OnlyFans creator announced her arrival last week.
Hey boys, those that are going to schoolies and to those that are barely legal, cannot wait to meet you, and I'm in Bali, so you know exactly what that means.
As schoolies from Australia headed to the island paradise. Bonnie Blue had earlier been banned from the Gold Coast and then kicked out of Fiji. She posted herself on social media cruising Bali's nightclub strip.
Hey parents, remember when I said I was going to pick your sons up? I wasn't lying.
Travelling in a ute, picking up young men.
Hi boys!
Local police have confirmed several foreign nationals are being questioned for working as content creators, allegedly engaging in pornographic activities. Authorities say they expect to release more information in the coming hours. Damien Ryan, 9 News.
Yeah, so it's not good for Bonnie Blue, and I am hoping that she stays there for a good while. I hope she stays. I hope she gets she's permanently stays there for a full 15 years, because we need to make an example of you thought, you women, you shouldn't be whoring yourself out for this and type of stuff. We need to make it to our Western societies where this is heavily frowned upon. And I mean, behind closed doors, this is frowned upon in Western societies. It's just across social media, this is more accepted for some god apparent reason. And we need to make it to where we make it to where our women are not doing this stuff, where they're not going out onto OnlyFans and think this will be a good thing and ruining their lives forever. I think this is a terrible, terrible idea, and it needs to be changed. I think this is not good for society. I think this should be a very, very, very small amount of percent of people doing this, and it's really disturbing that we have 1.4 million women that are doing OnlyFans. That's disturbing to me in every single regard, and I think that should be dealt with in some kind of way. So I think that this is a sign that we should probably pick up laws for this. I think pornography is bad for everybody involved, both the female and the male in this regard, both who are watching and permitting doing the act. I don't think that this should be permitted. Like it is crazy. I know we live in a free country, but again, these are things that are terrible, and again, we can't be having a society that promotes this type of stuff. And Indonesia is doing, I think, in my opinion, a very good job on dealing with absolute degenerate behavior to the highest order. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, guys, share. As always, take care, my friends.